guys, my name is Britt Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be going over my Hikeathon Wrap Up. So Hikeathon was this past week. It was from August 31st through September 8th. And guys, I vlogged every single day, so I will link that playlist up in the cards and down in the description for you guys. Also, this Hikeathon was hosted by Macy from the Brightside Girls, so go over and check out her channel. Her channel will be linked down below. Let's get into the challenges and the books I read. I actually did pretty good during this readathon, and I don't know what it is about readathons. I always do better when I have prompts, and I don't know, it was really fun getting to interact with Macy and vlog. I really enjoy vlogging, even though they're probably not the best, but I enjoy making them. And yeah, let's just go ahead and we're going to jump into the books that I read, and then we're going to jump into the challenges and how many miles I walked and how many pages I read. So I kind of like those little bit of analytics for you guys. So the first book I read was Ember Queen by Laura Sebastian. I kind of had a little bit of a thing going on with this readathon. I was finishing trilogies and series and things like that. But anyways, I finished Ember Queen by Laura Sebastian. This is the third book in Ash Princess. And since I can't go into the synopsis of all these because they are finishing series and trilogies and duologies and things like that, I will link my Goodreads down in the description for you guys so you can go and check out for yourself. But I ended up giving Ember Queen 5 stars. Absolutely love this book. I'm also going to say, guys, that I did listen to the audiobook of all these books. I didn't actually physically read at all this week, so that helps me get through a lot of books than normal, but I really enjoyed Ember Queen, so 5 stars. Then the next book that I went on to was Wildcard by Marie Lu, the second book in the Warcross duology, and I loved this just as much as I loved Wildcard. Wildcard I gave 5 stars, so pretty much we have this girl who is in like a video game world, and she hacks into video games and things like that, but the video games are actually in the physical world as much as in virtual reality. So this was the conclusion to Wildcard, and I absolutely love this book, so 5 stars. Then I made a weird and brave choice, but I decided to pick up Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. I picked up the audiobook of this, but I do have plans to physically read this, hopefully again soon. And guys, 5 stars, absolutely love this. So if you guys don't know what Midnight Sun is, this is Edward's point of view of only the book Twilight. It's not all the books, guys, it's only the book Twilight. So we follow Edward, what he's doing when he's not with Bella, and what he thinks and being in his mind. And I am going to have to say, I'm not an anxiety person, or I don't really have a lot of anxiety, but being in Edward's mind, I got anxious at times, so go over and check out my vlog because I do talk a little bit more about that in my vlog. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, so honestly I'm giving Midnight Sun 5 stars. Then I went on to Ruthless by Emily Duncan. I caught up with the books that are already out, and Wicked Saints' second book in Wicked Saints, which the third book has not came out yet, so I'm technically caught up with this series. And even though I didn't enjoy this as much as I enjoyed Wicked Saints, I'm still giving it 4 stars. I think I might have said 5 stars in my vlog, but honestly, now thinking about it, it's 4.5 stars. I still really enjoyed this world of gods and magic and blood magic, and everybody's kind of like the villain, so who do you really root for? So yeah, I really loved getting the different POVs in this story. So I think this book series is highly, highly underrated because a lot of people either love it or they don't. And then you don't really hear a lot of people picking up this series, but I love Emily Duncan's writing. She's very gothic, and she can put you in an atmosphere. During my vlog, I did say that it was very hard to come out of the audiobook because I was so immersed in the world and the gothic and the Russian accent that the audiobook does, that it took me a while to come out of this book once I got done reading it. But 4 stars. So last month I was asked to be in a book club that is hosted by some authors. One of the authors being J.J. Marsh. She did Dark Tides. This is a wicked fairy tale. And also Macy asked me to be in it. So this month we're reading Roar by Cora Carmack, and I read Roar by Cora Carmack. This is the second time I actually read it. And the first time that I read it, I actually gave it 3 stars. And reading the audiobook, I'm actually going to give it 4 stars. I immensely enjoy this. This is a world of where storms are kind of created like humans. They have this invictus against people, and they come for towns and they kill people. So rain can kill you, lightning, which I call like firestorm, and this girl is running a kingdom and she doesn't really have any magic, so you find that out in the first day. And she's betrothed to this guy who is supposed to save her, but she doesn't want to be the damsel in distress, so she tries to save herself. And so she goes off on this big adventure, and oh my gosh, I loved this book so much. The storm element of it, the romance, the kingdom aspect of it, it was so much fun, and I gave this 4 stars. So because I read Roar, I went ahead and read Rage by Cora Carmack, the second book in Roar, and I loved it just as much as I loved the first one. Now I'm going to say during my vlog I did say there's parts of it that were kind of long, like maybe that chapter could have been condensed down a little bit, but now thinking about it, and I've talked to Macy about it last night, that maybe that's the reason why the author made it long in parts, because we're going to get this great, amazing third book that's going to be like, oh, I'm glad I had all this time to think about and have all these feelings about what was going on at this point in time, that reveals a lot of stuff in the third book that I cannot wait to get to. So I'm giving Rage also 4.5 stars. I actually kind of maybe liked it a little bit more than I liked Roar, but I still enjoy these books about the same. Okay guys, that's all the books that I read during Hikeathon. I will hopefully be getting a physical copy of Rage soon, because I want to have these for my shelves so I can reread them many years down the road and look back to what I was reading at this point in time. So let's go over how many pages that I listened to, because like I said, I didn't physically read at all this week. So I read 2,849 pages, or listened to 2,849 pages. And also guys, because this was a hikeathon, let's go over the challenges. Let me grab my notebook and see what I accomplished and didn't accomplish. Number 1 was to listen to a book while walking or hiking, and I did that multiple times during the week. Number 2 was to go on 5 hikes, and I accomplished that because I went on 6 hikes or walks. 3, read a book about nature. So I'm going to count Roar and Rage for a book for nature, because it talks about storms, and the main character is in nature dealing with all these storms and how to defeat them or capture them, with what they do in this world. So I am going to count that I did read a book about nature. Last challenge, number 4, was for every 10 chapters, do a small exercise. So I did a little bit differently. For every book, I wrote down this like exercises to do to spell out the book. So A was like 10 push-ups, B was 10 jumping jacks, and so every single day, or whatever day I was reading these, I just spelt out the book with my letters and my little exercise sheet, and I did that exercise every single day, except for one day I accidentally missed, but I did it twice the next day. So I got a lot of workout this week. I actually am sore in certain areas this week because I did so much, kind of like the same thing, especially E. E was in a lot of these, and E was probably one of my hardest exercises, and I can't believe I chose that. But going along with the challenge to walk 5 times or hike 5 times, I ended up hiking 21.7 miles this week. I think that's pretty good. So average around like almost 3 miles a day, which is not always my best, but the fact that I went from rainy weather, I hurt my leg, to into this challenge, and I hiked a lot more than I thought I was. I'm pleasantly happy with that outcome. But anyways guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon in my next video. Bye!